Down into turn 3, Lopez starts to get on the gas, coming out of turn 4. Green flag waves, here we go. Clifford with the momentum around the outside, takes over that top spot. Lopez in second, Nall in third, Matt Mackey in that Bob Keselowski theme 29 running in fourth. Clifford starting to stretch out the lead in that Wheeler Trucking number 86. Mackey makes a pass on Nall down into turn 3, takes over the third spot. This time by, Scott Clifford will see the signal of 2 laps to go. Best battle on the track. Lopez trying to hold off Matt Mackey for that second spot.
White flag out, 1 lap to go. That car's not just pretty, but it's pretty fast. The Wheeler Trucking number 86 coming down out of turn 4. He's going to win heat race number 1 for the mods. Lopez does a good job holding on to second. Mackey moves up to third. Nall finishes 4th.
Kyle Mackey from Imlay City in that Knucklehead Coffee Diesel Freak number 18 going to lead the field down, getting a white flag signal. They'll be green next time by. Mike Liberta Sr., the veteran from Au Gres, Michigan, to his outside. Two fastest qualifiers, Lakota and McManus, right behind the 2 drivers that are going to lead the field. On the gas in between 3 and 4. Green flag waves. Here we go. Mackey with the early advantage. Here comes Lakota to the inside of Liberta, side by side, down into 3, coming out of turn 4. New second place, Nick Lakota in the number 12. McManus going to look to the inside of Liberta as Liberta washes up the track in 1. Lakota looking to the inside, down into turn 1, gets on the brakes, stays off the 18 of Mackey as Mackey continues to lead.
McManus watching the action in front of him as this time by, we're halfway home. 4 laps in, 4 laps to go.
Now David McManus jumps to the outside of Lakota as Lakota's still trying to get to the inside of Mackey. Now McManus to the outside of Mackey in turn 3, side by side out of 4.
McManus tiptoeing around that outside groove, trying to check it out for a little later tonight come feature racing. Looks like he feels the momentum. And your fast qualifier has moved to the front. McManus, your leader.
This time by White flags out. One more time around for David McManus, opening up the gap over second place Lakota. Mackey with a good run in third, and Mike Liberta, senior, in fourth.
Checkered flag out. Your winner, David McManus. Lakota second, Mackey third, Liberta fourth. Well, probably have to be ranked one of the hottest drivers here the last few years in the mid-Michigan area. He's a two-time defending track champion here just at the Birch Run Speedway. Sponsors include Wheeler Trucking, State Building Company, Rat Tech Engine Service, Trips Collisions, Howe Racing Enterprises, Eddie Performance Solution, Benny's Bear Hall, Bus Stop Bar and Grill. He calls Birch Run, Michigan home, one of our very own. Give it up for the juice, David McManus.
Also, quick notification we got from our video guy, Kyle Hill. We're up to 300 total subscribers on our Birch Run Speedway YouTube page. Want to welcome the Low Dragon 86-Ninja 099 and Eric Foxall as new subscribers. Scheduled starting lineup, Tim Crabb in the 44T, and outside of him is Dustin Hitzman in the 19. Matthew Mosher in the 79, Ryan Hunn in the 8. Jeremy Neff out of Clio in the 58, Anthony Duvernoy to his outside, Ricky Gillette in the 51, and Brandon Cudd in the 81 is your field.
Eight laps here for our truckers. Heat race number one. Green flags out. Here we go.
Almost trying to make it 3 wide down into turn 1 for that second spot. Dustin Hitzman's got it. Matthew Mosher all sorts of sideways. Here comes Anthony Duvernoy, 4 wide down the backstretch.
Drove right through the middle there, making his way up to second. Tim Crabb leads lap number 1. Duvernoy's all the way up to second.
Jeremy Neff and Ryan Hunn getting around the 79 of Matthew Mosher, back a little farther. Oh, Ryan Hunn goes around, stays straight, gets it corrected. Ricky Gillette on the brakes. We stay green. New leader out of turn 2, Anthony Duvernoy with the lead, takes it over from Tim Crabb.
Hitzman still maintains third place, fourth place to Jeremy Neff. Then a big gap after that half spin by Ryan Hunn there, separating the two different halves of the field. But it's Duvernoy's all day long out front, right here at the halfway point. 4 laps in, 4 laps to go.
Three. Oh, look out, we got problems. Watch out, everybody stay away from the wall. Brandon Cudd headlong into the front stretch wall. Caution flag out. We'll probably go red on this one.
Well, Brandon Cudd going for a wild ride there. Just clipped the front of the Mosher truck in the 79 and clipped that right rear quarter panel and sent him right up into the wall in front of Ricky Gillette. Just missed Gillette.
Gillette actually pulled off pit side just a second ago, so he might have caught just a little bit of damage from that.
But it came right up across the track, right straight up into the wall. He just asked the fan sitting right down front here in front of us. as that truck made a heck of a crack when it made contact with the concrete. You can see all the liquid pouring out there. We do advise people to stay back away from the fence area down there. That is hot liquid coming out of that vehicle. And not sure what could happen. We don't want you to get squirted. We were given the white flag, looking for the green. This time by your leader, Anthony Duvernay, is in the 55. 4 in, 4 to go.
Tim Crabb with the advantage. Here comes Anthony Duvernay looking to the inside, down the front stretch, into turn 1. New leader, the 55 of Anthony Duvernay.
Matt Mosier with a flat tire on the 79, sending him to the pit area.
This time by, white flag out. One more time around for Anthony Duvernay. Tim Crabb in second, battle heating up for third. Dustin Hitzman's got it. Ryan Hunt to the outside, way outside, trying all the traction compound.
Off turn number 4, a heat race win for Anthony Duvernay. Tim Crabb holds on to second. Battle for third. Oh, it was Hitzman by a nose over Ryan Hun and Jeremy Neff. Heat race number 2 for our Mason Burgess Title Agency. American Trucks on the pole. Josh Shaw in the S23. Cam DeLong outside in the 95. Jason Grissom in the 224, and that's Jim Cudd in the number 1. GL3, Gregory Long III in the number 38, Joe Shamel in the 47X. And then we've got Greg Long Jr., GLJ in the number 21. And fast qualifier, just a 10th off the track record tonight, Paul Rigda in the 422, 8 laps. Fast qualifying heat race for the American Trucks.
Invitational for the American Trucks. They're on the gas, coming out of turn 4. Shaw and DeLong get the green flag. Here we go. 3 wide, down into turn 1. Jason Grissom, a little bit of contact into Josh Shaw. Backs out of it, lets him get it. Gathered back up. Cam DeLong with the early advantage of the field. Stacks up behind him. 3 wide, once again down into 3. Jim Cudd washing up the track farther back in the field as the faster trucks trying to make their way to the front. Grissom looking to the inside of Shaw one more time to take over that second spot. Meanwhile, DeLong continues to lead. Jason Grissom takes over that second spot. Here comes Joe Shamel in the 47X to the inside of Shaw. GLJ sending it down into turn 3, dirt trekking it out of turn 4, trying to get around the 422 of Rigda.
All this battle in the field from second place on has let Cam DeLong pull away in the 95. Nice lead as Grissom still holds the field behind him in the 224, running second. We're halfway home, 4 laps in, 4 laps to go. Shamel now with a solid move to the inside underneath Grissom, working on that second spot. Give the second spot to Joe Shamel in the 47. Here comes Greg Long III on the inside of Grissom for the third spot.
Fast qualifier Rigda looking to the inside of Grissom down the backstretch to take over the 4th spot. Cam DeLong in that 95, picked up a feature win a couple of weeks ago. Looking to rebound with a heat race win here tonight.
But that lead is shrinking. Shamel on it and catching the 95. He's got the fishing pole out trying to reel in your leader, number 95. He's going to have only one more lap to do it as the white flag's out, 1 lap to go.
Cam DeLong pushed a little high coming out of turn 4. Shamel slinging it down into turn 1, really closing the distance. Now less than a trunk length as they head down the back straightaway into turn 3.
But he's running out of time. DeLong trying to make it through 3. Off turn number 4, Shamel down low, not going to do it. Your winner, Cameron DeLong. Joe Shamel is second. Greg Long the third in third. Paul Rigda the third in fourth. And Greg Long Jr. in fifth. That seemed confusing.
That's a lot of longs.
Longs, thirds, and juniors.
Oh, my.
Eight-lap heat race for our Jack Doring
Pure Stocks.
I know. That'll roll off the tongue for the night's over, too. So, John Hitzman Jr., another Hitzman out there. Starting on the pole, Jeremy Car Wash Johnson in the X47 on the outside. That's Drew Burton in that white number 05. John Parrish outside of him in the number 36, and Brent Boris out of Birch Run, Michigan, in the number 5. 8 laps. Heat race number 1 for the Jack Doring Pure Stocks.
Green flag's out. Here we go. 3 wide as they go around Hitzman Jr. Drew Burton looking to the inside of John Parrish. Jeremy Johnson with the advantage, not for long. Burton looking to the inside. Now Parrish goes to the outside. Three wide, down into 1 again. Look out!
Ouch.
We kind of knew that wasn't going to work halfway down the front stretch.
3 wide can work around this track, but the angles each one of them 3 cars had going in the corner spelled disaster.
I bet it made for a good video, though, and you can watch that all on the Birch Run Speedway YouTube.
Rusty Daggett shows the field the white flag, lets him know we'll be at racing speed in 1/3 of a mile.
Little bit of a faster pace as they enter turn 3. John Parrish with the lead. Watch him out of turn 4. Great flag waves. Here we go. Oh, Jeremy Johnson having to get on the brakes. Andrew Burton to the outside. Here comes Brent Forrest in the number 5 to the outside. Little bit of smoke from the back end of the 47 machine. Oh, problems. John Parrish locking up the left front. Almost didn't make the turn. Andrew Burton had to get on the brakes as well to avoid hitting the back end of the 36. Oh, Andrew Burton and Parrish, a little bit more contact. Parrish slow to the infield. That gives the lead to the 5 of Brent Voris.
This time by will be halfway home. 4 in, 4 to go.
John Parrish slow down in turn 4. Your leader, Brent Voris, going to the outside. tough break, battling for the lead. John Parrish made a little bit of a different entry than Andrew Burton was expecting. Drivers got together, a little bit of contact with the tire over there as well.
Halfway through this one, 4 and 4 to go. Brent Boris, your leader now in the number 5. After that little altercation there. Drew Burton second, Jeremy Johnson third, John Parrish fourth, Hitzman to the pit area.
Out of turn 4, green flag waves. Here we go. Burton all over the back bumper of Voris in that number 5. 5 and 05, 1 and 2. Jeremy Johnson going to try and hold off John Parrish. Oh, Voris, a little bit of problem. Looks like he developed a little bit of a push. Not able to stick to the low side like he wanted it down in turn 4. Burton looking to the inside, down the backstretch, peeking to the inside. Nothing doing that time. Now here he comes with the momentum. Give the lead to Drew Burton out of turn 4.
Set him up perfectly there. Got the great drive off of 4, inside line. Never touched the number 5 to take over the lead. I guess you can call it this a seasoned veteran out of Flint, Michigan. Drew Burton, your leader. White flag out, 1 lap to go.
Voris not giving up, changing his entry, closes right to the back bumper of Burton. They're entering turn 3 for the final time. Coming out of turn 4, checkered flag waves. Give the win to Andrew Burton. Voris will come home second, Parrish third, and Jeremy Johnson will finish 4th.
Well, his own words will tell you, I'm not a great qualifier. Never really excelled at qualifying. But you throw the green flag in a race, this man is always ready to go. And he's always going to be competing up front. His sponsors include Mont Morris Auto Repair, Top Speed Motorsports, M57 Towing, along with M15 Towing and Stearns M15 Garage. It's hard to...
Andrew Shelters and Hunter Dutry going to pace the field down into turn 3. No strangers to each other in this field. Green flag out of turn 4. We're racing. Hunter Dutry trying to find the momentum in that compound up on the top groove. They still stay side by side. Shelters with the preferred line on the inside. Dutry to the outside. Mosier and Sommier still side by side battling just like they started.
Oh, Lonnie drops a tire off the backstretch, loses a couple of car lengths. This time by halfway home, 2 in, 2 to go.
Dutry stuck on the outside. Here comes Mike Mosier in that 22 Monte Carlo. Sommier right to his back bumper. Close quarters down into turn 3. Shelters with the advantage. White flag out one more time around.
Shelter, another driver, though only in the pure stock division, getting better and better, running with the top this time by. Look at this. He's going to get him a checkered flag, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner, Andy Shelters. Mosier comes home second, Sommier third, Dutry fourth. All right, folks, last race before intermission. Just catch that, Dana? Good. It's for the race fans, though. Last race before intermission, we're going to bring out our front-wheel drive class for their 8-lap heat race.
And your scheduled starting lineup in the 01 TK, Brad Treischel to his outside, Charlie Boone in the number 70, Troy Deischer in the 83, Jay Bradsher in the 50. And if you look real closely at that 50, boy, does that look awfully familiar. Regular competitor at Mount Pleasant and Tri-City on the dirt as well. Making his debut after a 15-year hiatus, That's Keith Granger in the 52, and your fast qualifier, the 11J, Jason Jones.
Yep, that Keith Granger that you heard us announce as our pace car driver the last couple of years, now is a race car driver.
From pace car to race car.
All them laps paid off, man.
15 years away from the wheel, 35 since his last feature win.
Yeah, 15 years it's been since he competed. Keith used to be a regular competitor here and at the Auto City Speedway. Raced multiple different divisions, just sticking his nose back in it here in the front wheel drive class, and tonight is his debut.
Treichel and Boone going to lead him down into turn 4. Green flag waves. We're racing. 3 wide down into turn 1. Troy Deischer splits the difference. Here comes Jay Bradger to the inside. Takes over that second spot. There's still 3 wide down the backstretch. Now into 3. Jones looking to the inside, down into turn 1, gets on the brakes, hard to stay off from Granger. Bradsher to the outside, Treichel with the advantage down the backstretch. Treichel pushing up out of turn 4, Granger to the inside, give the lead to the 52 as Treichel drops back. Jason Jones up to the second spot, now in the 11J, Treichel fighting back. Good battle farther back. Charlie Boone trying to get to the inside of Jay Bradsher. Troy Deischer trying to make his way around as well as Treichel pushes up out of turn 4. That allows Boone to the inside.
Jones now looking to the outside of Granger for the lead. Side by side battle going into 3. Jones up the racetrack, holding that groove at the halfway point. He takes the lead. 4 in, 4 to go.
Troy Deischer looking for a way around Charlie Boone as they enter turn 1. Gets to the inside of the number 70, backs out of it. Jones continues to lead out of turn 4. Granger solidly in second.
Off turn number 4, a heat race win for Jason Jones in the number 11. Granger will have to settle for second place in his debut. Troy Deischer in third in the 83. Boone did beat Bradsher across the line for 4th. And Treichel rounds out the 6 drivers. He's a former track champion sponsored by US Speedo, Performance Auto, Graphics Galore, Pooh's Place, Group Daycare, Image Business Solutions, Nestor Creek Corner Store. He's been driving for 7 years, former track champion here at the Speedway, calls Livonia, Michigan home. Give it up for your winner, Jason Jones.